Hi guys, it's Sarah with Grassroots Evolution, and I'm here today to bring you a monthly message for the sign of Aquarius for October 2021. So keep in mind that this is a general message. Take what you feel resonates and applies to your situation. Disregard the rest, but always use your discretion, my friend, and go about your day if it's not for you. So as well as, no matter what messages do come through, it's still up to you. Okay, the choices you make and the steps you take in this world to get whatever fulfillment it is you'd like to see, to me that's personal freedom, it's personal power, and it's something only you can do because this lies at the tips of our fingers, at our feet. So for all my subscribers as well, I just want to let you know I love you, love you, love you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for being here. You guys mean the world to me truly. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate that you came here. If you'd like to see more, please hit subscribe. Join the journey with me. Let me encounter your energy more often. I'd love to have you along the ride. And guys, if you like this or you just want to support me, help me out. Smash that like button. Help me circulate it to more people who may need to see it. I truly appreciate your support. As well as one more piece of housekeeping before we move on to the reading. If you guys want to follow me on Instagram now, I've started to post daily content over there. So you can find me at grassroots_evolution_tarot. I'd love to have you follow me over there too, and let's like amalgamate this tribe. All right, so let's get into the reading. I apologize for my birds. When I start to call in spirit, they always get really loud, so I definitely think they feel it on their intuitive levels because they're air as well. So I'm going to take a moment just to call on Archangel Michael, Archangel Metatron, my team of light, and any of your spirit guides that would be here for the highest good of the entire collective. I ask them to join us to guide, guard, bless, and protect myself, this reading, and any of you who would ask for it, to use me as the clearest channel possible, delivering messages that are for the highest good of the entire collective. No second-rate messages here today, but hopefully for the most far-reaching. So before I get too far into tarot, I want to bring to you a message from the Message of the Life Oracle, and see just an overall message Spirit would like to have you know for October. Know that it's a whole lot, so let's look at the bottom of what they said was openness, the eyes of the heart, the door to the infinite, strength, trusting, return to my greatness, never alone, searching within, beyond, love appears, all that is. I am the light. So I'm going to keep a few of these. I'm going to keep I am the light, openness, all that is, and just for fun, guys, let's go with love appears. But I think it's important for you to know with beyond, I rise above the worldly illusions of fear. I always have the choice of how I live each step of my life. I therefore choose to live each situation in the light by turning my thoughts towards God, by living beyond the illusions of the material world. I enter into simplicity and peace. And this is important to remember that you are an infinite being. You have lived many, many lifetimes, and when we sometimes may get, I heard, bogged down or tied down or feel the heaviness of this earth, it's because many of us aren't used to this kind of heaviness. Many of you guys are definitely light workers, and it is important to remember that you are light. So as well, this particular one sat on my fridge for a while too, because I used to shuffle these and say, Spirit, what do I need to know? And just as a reminder, I put it in my fridge for like a month or so because it really did seem to help as like daily affirmations. But I am light. The light is within me. The light is around me. The light protects me. Regardless of the negativity I may encounter, I remain joyful and shine forth in all my splendor. With my light, I illuminate those around me. I am worthy of the divine in me, and so are you. I want you guys to take a look at this card. Because you see all the gray? My lighting changed probably because I moved this. But you see all the gray? It's important not to absorb that. It's important to be the light so that this gray is starting to absorb the light. And here's where it is really, really important to remember that you are from the beyond. You are from the great beyond, and you have these powers. But we need to trust and believe in ourselves and harness this light and be the light in ourselves. Love appears. I do not dwell upon my pain. I stop fighting against the things that have hurt me. And I'm just going to stop and I'll read more, but if we continue to dwell on the things that have hurt us, we become gray. We want to make sure that this pure light bubble is energizing us and protecting us, and that this is our purest form, is light. And this light body exists within us, and I think a lot of times we forget about that, but it's important to maintain your light. So they're telling me smoky quartz. I've been wearing it. I have one in my bra right now. A little bit TMI, but I find it really, really helps protect me, helps protect my heart, helps filter through the energies, and helps me stop absorbing other people's shit. Sorry to say, but you know, I find a lot of times, especially if we're empaths, if we're starseeds, we're here to help. You know, I heard like rule this empire, rule a new world, create a new world. And rule in this case does not mean with a reign of terror. It means by showing people love and light and showing them how we can exist peacefully within union and within union in ourselves, our heart, our souls, being connected to spirit. And this light, you guys all have it. For some of you, I heard Qigong as well. Some of you may be doing this as well already, but I think it's really important to really harness that light, to really work with that light, as well as for some of you, I'm hearing Kung Fu Panda 3. Watch it. It's wonderful. And it is really important for us to all harness our chi. Speaking of which, I'm going to take my shoes off. But all harness our chi, okay? To all make sure that we are the most powerful, wonderful beings that we can be in the here and the now. So I rise up boldly and ask for the understanding that will free me of my duality. Through my desire to stay in the light of my being, God will send his helping angels so that love and peace find their way to me. I call in Archangel Michael, Archangel Metatron, every time I do a reading. Metatron, he comes most of the time, but Archangel Michael, since the beginning, I have felt him with me since I was younger, and I feel like I always loved the name Michael, because Archangel Michael protects me. He protects you too. All you have to do is ask for it. And I feel like it's really important here to remember, I stopped fighting against the things that have hurt me. If you feel like you need extra protection, ask Archangel Michael to join you. Ask him to put his mighty sword of protection down through your shielded aura, and that this light, excuse me, I heard it bonds you, so I heard it bonds me, but it bonds you and it bonds Archangel Michael, and he's here. You think, you know, how can he be in so many places at once? It's because he is also infinite. It's same with us, okay? I feel like it's important as well. What I heard is Archangel Michael guards the twins. And for some of you, you may definitely feel like you were on this mission at this time, incarnated into this lifetime to bring a higher mission into fruition and to see it into existence. And we're here to spread Christ consciousness and Christ light. So it's really, really important as well that we don't forget that we're not in this alone. We are together. We are together in the light. There's a huge group of people on YouTube now, and it's nice to be able to find each other, to live in this age of information, rather than, you know, before, you know, even take a generation back, it would have been very, very difficult, you know, to really get a hold of some of the information that was happening and what they were going through. I feel like there's a lot of us that are going to feel alone. So what do we have that our predecessors didn't, or the people that are even now, right? If you have been on your spiritual journey for years and years and years, now we have the ability to access more information and find out more stories and find out more likeness that we may have, and that many of us all along, I feel like, may have felt like we were on a journey, may have felt like we were here for a larger purpose, but really not understanding those gifts that we have. And I think it's really important to find community is what I'm trying to say. So if you have a wonderful spiritual community where you are, that's awesome. If you feel like you're lacking that spiritual community, join my tribe. I'd love to have you. But as well as search for those that you feel resonate with you. And I feel like it's important too to really honor what's in your soul. So that's what I'm hearing. But just again, remember, this is really important. You're not alone. You are not alone. You are not alone. And many of us, we may have definitely felt alone growing up through this journey, and even, you know, at different times. What I heard is some of you may be real trailblazers, some of you may be really opinionated and you got a lot to say, but it's for a really good purpose and it's for the higher good. And what I heard is, don't let anyone silence that which you have have to say is super important, and what you have to say is also your light. Let it shine forth, my friends. All that is. I find life and love in all that is. I am aware of the presence of God in all things. Each tiny part of the universe is actually an expression of love. I raise my thoughts beyond the limits of my beliefs and convictions to open myself to the magic and the simplicity and the beauty of all that is. I marvel at this splendor, which in reality is part of me, because when we exist in this 3D matrix, weirdly enough, yes, there are other people around us, and it is their experience too, but we are all one yet connected. So we're going to share this common world, but when it comes down to how we're experiencing the world, we're experiencing it through our lens. So this is really important just to remember too, that everything's part of us. Everything in your world you can touch, you can taste, you can smell, you can see. This kind of stuff you can feel. It's all one within you, okay? So we have love appears. I think I already read that one, but I think it's really important just to bring me back here. Through my desire to stay in the light of my being, God will send his helping angels so that love and peace find their way to me. You may even have friends or family or loved ones, you know, that you feel are your helping angels, and they are just that. I heard they're messengers from God, messages from Spirit, and they're making me tear up. So, openness. If one door closes, another opens. I trust the universe, I trust myself, and I trust life. I have faith that something even bigger is coming. I let go and reconnect with the flexibility that opens me to infinite possibilities. I welcome with humility and without judgment all the doors that God opens before me. And that's really important too, because many of us, if we're getting stuck in the 3D, I'm trying to find the other card. Through cards. Oh, here it is. If we're getting stuck in the 3D and we're allowing the pain of past experiences to create our gray matter and gray our aura and gray our soul, we're first off not living in the present, right? And I can definitely say I understand where that's from. You know, if any of you as well, I heard, suffer from PTSD or, you know, even just, I heard have flashbacks of a crappy childhood or something that's happened to you. A lot of you heard you may feel it's your fault, you may have guilt, and here's a lot of this healing that needs to happen because it's still clouding us. It's still taking and zapping our energy away is what I heard. So we want to make sure that we're feeling whole and authentic and really truly us. What I feel like is really important with your light is to do things that you need to do, self-care things to harness this light. For some of you, this literally is exercise. It could be dance, just taking a walk, eating healthy foods, paying mind to what we put in our bodies, what we listen to in our mental space, and who we're spending around or who we're spending time around, okay? Because look at this. It's very, very powerful energy. It's a very, very powerful image for you as well to know that she's shining and she's happy on this mission while being this light, not absorbing it, but it also is really important here that we need to stay in high vibration because you can slip into that. Many, many people, regardless of, you know, I heard depression. Many people, even spiritual people, we can get depressed sometimes, and it's just important to focus on the light. So one more time I'm going to read this because it is so important. The light is within me. You may want to repeat it after me too if you want. I'm going to use it for me. I am light. The light is within me. The light is around me. The light protects me. Regardless of the negativity I may encounter, I remain joyful and shine forth in all my splendor. With my light, I illuminate those around me. I am worthy of the divine within me. Remember that. You are worthy of the divine within you. That part of you is what, that soul spark is what I heard. That's why you're here. Because you have this powerful ability, this infinite ability to affect change in humanity on this earth at this time. So I have the self-care oracle, and I think it's really important because we want to stay in our light. We need to do the things that are going to keep us there. So Spirit, can you give us a little bit of help on maintaining and keeping our light and high vibration? So they threw a few cards. First, I want to show you the bottom, which is use your hands, do something. If you read tarot, read tarot. If that's my first choice, right? But if you make pottery like it's showing you in the card, for some of you, this may be cooking a meal, this may be writing, this may be doing arts and crafts. It could even just be coloring. It could be cleaning, washing the dishes, something to keep you busy, okay? But also I feel like there's a creative power in with whatever you're doing, and a sense of accomplishment here, and they're drawing me immediately to the goddess. Because this is that creative energy, allowing inspiration to flow through you and coming out into the world. So much like tarot or whatever you're doing here, especially if it's pottery, whatever you're creating, let it shine through, because you don't know who needs to hear it. You don't know who needs to see this sitting in this beautiful mug, sitting in their cupboard every day and drinking their coffee. These are the little ways that we share our light. And there's a moment here that I'm thinking about the coffee. It's a way we share our joy. Our passion can become someone else's joy. So just don't underestimate your power to affect change in the world. First starting with yourself and moving that outwardly. So the other one in this, so there's a bunch. This is huge. So there's these two cards. Read a book, turn the pages. That's another way to keep your fingers and your hands busy, your mind engaged, and to travel to faraway places and to kind of disconnect from everything happening right now. But this is also a really good way to keep your light. Because if you're reading things you enjoy, this is also self-care. So take time, read 10 minutes a night. See what you think. Grab a book, and it may be hard at first if you're not used to reading, but this doesn't mean that you have to read self-care books. This could just be that you find things that tell a story, and you get engulfed in that story for a little while. Dream journal. For some of you, you really want to pay attention to your dreams, because this is definitely direct messages from Source and Spirit with something important to tell you. So write it down. For some of you, I heard you might get nightmares. Might get like night terrors as well. So this is really important if this is happening. Write down what you remember, the date it happened, so you can kind of log and see. But what did you feel? What was happening? Because I feel like that, what I'm hearing is unresolved trauma, right? When we have these things that we can't even sleep because our waking hours have, and the trauma that we're experiencing in our waking hours is now happening into our sleeping time. So Spirit is like, are you sleeping? How are you sleeping? Write this down too, because if we're sleeping like crap, we're going to feel a lot more gray, because it's really hard to shine when we're tired as shit. So I just want to show you, Spirit came out with deep breathing, super important. One breath in, one breath out at a time. How do you move forward in difficult times? One foot at a time, one breath at a time. Take the time. Going back to Qigong as well, this is also your breath work, connecting yourself and your body with Spirit as well, as what I'm hearing. You have movement. Get your body moving, be it yoga, dancing, going for a walk, because you see how when these endorphins in our body make our bodies feel good, that radiates out into our aura, and that's also energy that's could potentially be absorbed. So think about this though, in terms of protection. What I heard is you may want rose quartz. I keep being drawn myself. This is my old selenite stick. It's cracked in half, tied and glued, and I've been drawn to use it like all day, and I think that it's really important. See, part of it's falling out. That even if sometimes we feel broken, we feel bruised, or we feel like we're not powerful, doesn't mean we've lost our power, doesn't mean we've lost our shine. To me, even broken, this thing is still beautiful, there's still a draw, and there's still a very strong connection. I'm feeling a lot of heart energy right now as well. For some of you, what I heard is there could be some missing pieces. You may feel like there's missing pieces. Well, this is the time to get them back. And this is the time to focus on self-care, to focus on you, and that's how we get it back. What I also heard is, if you do feel damaged, or if you feel like things will never be the same again, well, they won't be the same again. But you know what? In those places where we feel damaged, we experience our strength because you got through it 100%, right? Oh, I'm going to break another piece off. So I feel like some of you, I heard there could be a real need to be fragile with yourself and your life right now, because we don't need to break off any other pieces, right? We want these to stay here. I feel like as well though, so there's more, okay, there's lots coming. But again, to focus on your power. Move your body. Hydrate. Drink your water, right? Because you know what? Sometimes we feel really, really tired, and you grab a drink of water, and all of a sudden you're like, I'm good. So if you're getting tired, if you feel extra hungry and you don't know why, maybe you're just dehydrated, drink some water. This could also be get outside in water, have a bath, journal, write down your thoughts, write down your feelings, connect with your ancestors. I feel like that's on a huge spiritual level. Meditate. Take some time for silence. Even if that meditation is really only 3 deep breaths in and out, breathing in love and light and releasing anything or toxins, anything out into the world to be transmuted with love that no longer is meant to be here for your highest good. Take care of yourself. Be fragile. Drink some tea. Clear your energy field. And this is honestly the most important one. You've got connect with your ancestors, because there's a family lineage for some of you. For others of you, this is spiritual lineage. Connect with your ancestors, because what I heard is Brave New World as well. For some of you, there might be a tie to that book. Ayn Rand, I think it is. I might be wrong, but I think it's Ayn Rand. Others of you, this is because Brave New World means you. You're here to brave a new world. Something that I heard has been learned from past mistakes, has been learned from the past, but is engaging in the present, always connected to our intuition, always connected to heaven, always connected to the stars, always connected to this tree of life. And these ancestral knowledge, it's in your DNA. It's in your DNA. You just have to listen to the words I heard. So clear your energy, my friends. I'm going to grab the book message for that and see what advice Spirit has. He took me straight to meditate. Noisy birds, man. He's looking at himself in the mirror. So, the mantra for clear your energy. If you see her, she's got sage. Also looks to be like flowers in there as well. You could use a lot of different things to smudge. Palo Santo, an incense, white sage. You could even just use, if smoke bothers you, you can visualize white light doing the same thing. It's about your intention. So let me get back to this. I'm going to hold it up as well. So anything you feel during this, pay attention. What did it feel like? What did it bring up for you? And how can you use this positively going forward in your day-to-day? Really access your empowered vulnerability. So the mantra, my energy is clear, my mind is clear, and my heart is full of love. In the same way that we need to clean our homes, we need to clean our energy fields. Through energy clearing, we can remove blocks, leaks, and entities or spirits that have attached to us. This process also helps us free ourselves of any emotions or stories that others have implanted within us that are no longer serving us. Start to clear your energy field by taking a few deep breaths, emptying your mind, and visualizing being surrounded in white or golden light. Use tools like sage, Palo Santo, incense, crystals, candles, or whatever to cleanse your metaphysical body. Crystals are beautiful too, right? Your selenite, black obsidian, rose quartz. You'll know your energy is clear when you experience a sense of weight lifting from your shoulders. Feel yourself coming into a more peaceful and loving vibration. If you're having trouble getting to this point, you can seek the support of a professional energy worker, or try Reiki, chakra balancing, theta healing, or another type of energy work session. So I feel like it's really important here, if you are having trouble tapping in to this, ask yourself why. some of you may want to take Reiki and get attuned to Reiki just to even learn how to harness the chi, okay? So again, though, I heard Qigong. It is really important though, right? Clearer energy, because other people's shit can get stuck there, and like I was saying with that gray, you don't want other people's stuff here because you may actually feel like this and it's not yours. I also heard tumors. For some of us, if we keep on too much of this gray matter, we're keeping these toxins and shitty things stuck in us, and it could actually make us sick. So we want to release that as well. So I have made this one a little bit longer. I'm trying to make them more like 20 minutes, but I really feel like everything that was said in here is meant to be. So I hope that it's helping for you guys. So a little bit of tarot guidance. I love the Dragon Tarot, by the way. Just want to show you guys. Absolutely gorgeous deck, and it is by Nigel Suckling if you are interested. But Strength was the first card up here. You have the strength, and this card came up from the pre-shuffle, and I noticed at the time that his strength is to pry open these jaws of the dragon. You need to pry open some jaws. I think the more, some of you may need to. Some of you this may be yourself, that something needs to be spoken about, and it's going to take some strength to do it. For some of you, something's got a clamp on you, and you're like, oh, hell no, no way, you don't have this, I got this, and I got strength within me. For some of you, I heard wrestler. You may want to channel that professional wrestler. I heard Stone Cold as well. I love Stone Cold. So for some of you, it definitely may be just you, this brute strength with a hell yeah, doesn't matter what anyone else, The Rock, right? It doesn't matter, but it doesn't matter anyone else's opinion or in this situation, whatever is going on in your world, all right? You need to be true to you. And I heard practice that brute strength. And this doesn't mean prying open necessarily the mouth of a dragon. For some of you, I'm seeing like your dog. When your dog is eating something, it shouldn't be like, ah, no, give me that. This is right here where her eyes, she's not struggling. So I think it's really important to remember you can do the hard things, okay? Again, they're going back to wrestling, and I think it's just really important here. What I heard is it's about your demeanor, okay? It's about how you act, how you put yourself off. And when we need to speak, we don't have to be yelling. But for some of you, this could just be like, for some of you, I heard you may have a hobby in wrestling. I would love to wrestle. Sarah the Stuff. I would love to be Sarah the Stuff, I think. But, you have 3 of the swords. Like Buff the Stuff, but Sarah the Stuff. The Devil. The Star. The 10 of Wands. And the Empress. Warrior-like heart. They're taking me back to wrestling again. I don't know if you guys like wrestling as much as I do, but this is the ultimate warrior. The Empress. For some of you, I also heard you could be pregnant. And it's if that's been something, this could be definitely why as well. There's a lot of self-care needed because it takes a lot out of your body making another little human. So you need to take care of yourself and just, take the time to rest as well as what I heard. Make sure you drink the water. Cutting down on our coffee, so we need to make sure that we're, drinking tea. But this is also just relaxing us. And hydrating is super important too. But for some of you, it could be like the birth of a new situation. But with this 10 of Wands here and the Strength card, it's because whatever's been heavy, whatever's been hard, whatever may be giving you sleepless nights, or if you resonated with night terrors, there's a real importance, and I heard happening right now. And it's coming with this Empress because, honestly, she doesn't have to have a dragon protect her. Well, she does. She has a dragon behind her. She's the one protecting the eggs, the nurturing one. For some of you, that could be a mother. Again, it could be you expectant with child, but this, she does not have the dragon. She is the dragon. You are the dragon. And there could be a lot of importance there. I've been really drawn to dragons as well, obviously with the tarot, but for some of you, really may be drawn to dragons as well. And this is to remember that you don't necessarily need a dragon. You are the dragon. What are you guarding? What are you protecting? You are an entity and being of light. We protect our light, and we are, I heard helping to cause growth further, okay, to things to grow. The star is wish fulfillment. Some of you guys, this could be Aquarius. I heard Taurus as well. But you have the devil, which could be a Capricorn, but this is addictions, this is fears, this is, I heard loathing or self-loathing and something that's broken our heart. This could be addictions as well, and it's being healed, because I feel like we know whatever strength we've had to go through, whatever in our mental space, I feel like other people could have inflicted this. This could have been like things or that other people said. Could also be, again, thoughts that have just like stuck with us and internalized for us. But I feel like whatever codependencies are, whatever tie us to this feeling, I think it's important to smudge yourself. Okay, because what, again, I got this tight, attached, not wanting to let you go feeling, and I keep looking at this, I am the light. So I kind of also feel like there could be someone around you, you may know who it is, or a group of people, or just a kind of energy around you that's sucking the life out of you. And it's just where you have to remember to ground yourself, protect yourself. You are the dragon. Nobody can take away your power unless we let them. That's something that nobody can take away our power unless we let them. And you are the dragon, a fierce protector of all that is good. I heard all that is holy and all that is pure, and we don't need to let anyone get into our energy fields. So put down the shit you've been carrying, put down all the worry, put down all the hard feelings, put down everything that grays your shine, my friends, and come forward stronger than ever. And if you need to pry some jaws open to get the truth out, don't actually do it. I think you can go to jail for things like that. But this is like doing it peacefully, I heard, and calmly, and doing it in a way that maybe they don't expect you to do as well. So that's what I heard. So whatever it is, these ties that bond us, healing will help you to cut those cords as well. So for some of you, if while I was talking about that, you got an idea of a person or an energy or whatever, visualize literally cutting the cords, because how I see this is with this light, all this, it's like as your light comes out, if we're not setting proper energetic boundaries and we have gray around us, I see this going as vampires, almost like sucking. And if we have a lot of people, a lot of suckers sucking the energy off us, what do we have left for us? I think it's really important to also visualize any of this just getting ripped out, right? Imagine your body being covered with cleansing water, and ask Spirit, you see yourself sewing up any of the spots where those suckers may have been released, and imagine this white light coming out, breathe it in, coming in from your heart, emanating out, so that any of that darkness, it's being released, okay? So this is the message I have. I really hope that it resonated. Thank you for sticking it through if you made it all the way through to this, because I know there was a lot to say, but I really feel like that there was some valuable energy here and some valuable information. So just remember, you are the light, my friends. Harness it. Love you guys. Talk to you later.